What's up guys, back for another recording. This one I'm going to be playing Enchantress versus Elves. I'm going to be posting this on both the Enchantress and the Elves list. Probably just the Elves list because it's higher up on the tier list. Um, anyway, I mulligan that first hand. I keep the second hand because I have a scry and I'm on the draw. There's a good chance I can hit a Plains to hit Wall of Omens pretty quickly here. And if I draw a Plains on turn 1, it's absolutely insane. So, scryed that Coalition Honor Guard. I'd hit the Plains on turn 1, so this hand is amazing. I was just really hoping he didn't kill my mom there, and he didn't, so I couldn't really care too much about what else he's doing. As a note, I'm splashing a Bloodbraid Elf and a Shardless Agent in this deck, because it was pretty easy to splash them with Abundant Growth and the dual lands I got. He plays 2 Vanguards pretty quickly here, which has got me really upset, because Vanguard is obviously insane. And I actually took 2 Vanguards this draft because I thought it might have been Elves at some point, but Elves ended up being pretty cut, so the Elves did not work out. So I'm a little surprised he ended up with 2 Vanguards, considering I took 2 Vanguards, but he actually ends up with, holy crap, yeah. And, Vanguard at common, guys, Vanguard at common. Still not too worried here. He has a really powerful board, but I'm actually not taking any damage this turn, so I can get the Honor Guard online and then just freely use Mother of Runes however I want to, because my mom can no longer be targeted with Honor Guard on the board. And that's another reason Honor Guard is great, is because it also protects your creatures when you want to enchant them up. You can just enchant the ones that aren't Honor Guard, and they can't kill it in response. So easy Honor Guard play this turn. It just puts my deck online. Just kind of contemplating a long-term plan at this point, but Honor Guard's the clear play, and I just want to kind of stall out and cast Tondin. Because my opponents had a really, really powerful start here. So, game plan is live. Made easier by Mother of Runes. If I didn't have Mother of Runes this game, I would be so unbelievably dead. It's not funny. I'm kind of thinking to myself, he has 1 card in hand. I'm pretty happy. Like, the odds that both the cards he has in his hand at this point are Elves are kind of low. Unfortunately, one of them was the Night's Whisperer, which basically guarantees another Elf drop this turn, and another Elf drop next turn. And if you played Wirewood Symbiote there, I would pretty much just scoop up my cards. There's no way I could beat Wirewood Symbiote on this board. He still has no good attacks. He does make the attack, but it's just a bad attack. I don't know what much I can say beyond that. Like, attack with everything, like the 3 Vanguards in the Death Bridge, or just don't attack at all. Like, this attack is pretty bad by him, and if he didn't make it, he might have just won this game. But he makes the attack, and I just don't lose any guys, and I get to kill one of his Vanguard for 5 damage. So, kind of a mistake on his end. Yeah, so he realizes kind of that the attack was bad. So, Exchanging 5 damage for a Vanguard is something I'm super happy to do. Gain a life, play an Honor Guard. I have Honda next turn. I have a significant amount of power, so without this third Vanguard on the board, no longer at risk of losing with inevitability after I cast Honden, unless you play Symbiote, in which case I still lose. So, really just on the please no Symbiote plan. Sometimes you have to be. Huntmaster is insane with Vanguard because Vanguard counts those elf tokens as well, which is silly. So he plays another elf here. That's the big deal, but he doesn't. It's time to get Haunted online. Stalling only does so much for you if your opponent has double Vanguard plus Huntmaster and you're not actually gaining incremental value. So Haunted is really a game changer here. Because I'm actually gaining incremental value while stopping his attacks. He plays Stormwield Archer, gets him another counter, well, gets him a counter with Huntmaster, another 2 counters on each of his Vanguards, which is insane, in case you were wondering. Mother of Rune's doing some heavy lifting here. She put this game on her back and said, "You're not dying today." Honor Guard doing his part too. I'd be at 11 without that wall. I'd be dead without that Honor Guard. So, I'd be dead without that mom. He attacks, kind of silly again. I'm just going to take 8 here. This is kind of risky. I should have blocked this Wall of Omens on the 8/8 Vanguard just so I don't die to Shaman of the Pack. Yeah, dying to Shaman of the Pack here is kind of a mistake. I'm pretty sure I lose to Shaman of the Pack regardless, though, actually. So maybe it's not that bad. It's still not great. I should have blocked. Lost my Wall of Omens. Argothian Enchantress. Amazing, amazing draw. Cast the Enchantress first. And probably the Mask second. For those of you wondering, I did like hate out 3 Nausea in this draft when it was in a bad pack because I have Mom and a Grothian Enchantress, and Nausea just wrecks this deck so badly. So my Spirit's getting pretty big here. I put it on the Spirit because I don't want to put it on Honor Guard since you can target it, and I can't put it on Enchantress. I don't want to put it on Mom since Mom can be used to protect the creature that's enchanted or help it push through damage against heavy green boards. Yeah, he's on 4 Vanguards, so that's a thing. Gets his Vanguard up to a 10/10. Has a huge board, which is basically disgusting. Not even basically, it's disgusting. Elephant Guide's a great draw. Debating whether to play Shardless Agent first or not. I do decide to play Shardless Agent first, just makes sense. I'm casting both this turn anyway, so I'd have to draw like a good 3 mana spell to not cast both that turn, and Shardless is not a bad 3 mana spell. Finds Rancor, that might have been the best find in my deck. Slip it on that Spirit, and I can start going to town. So that makes the Spirit a 9/7. This Elephant Guide makes it a 14/12. So we're going to slip an Elephant Guide on there. And he still can't target it with removal, because Honor Guard super good. Mother of Runes, super good. So it's part of how you play Enchantress. You gotta protect those guys so you can enchant them, so you don't die to Eye Blight's ending. Looking at his board, making sure that I'm not super worried. So dying on the crackback. Make sure my opponent knows he has trample. Attack in. If my opponent has Rancor here, I just say good beats. I mean, pro green so I don't die to Death Touch. Make sure it's still getting audio here. Okay. Goes down to 4. So he's on kill me or bust. And he kills me with Rancor. I don't know why he blocked with Dead Bridge. I think it was kind of silly. He has to kill me this turn, but I don't think he can. Again, like, I've been dead to that Shaman in the Pack for a while. Am I dead to Shaman in the Pack here? Yeah, I'm dead to Shaman in the Pack here. But Wirewood Symbiote's no longer a nutso out because I've put on the aggression. So he plays White Soldier. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, what could he have to win? And Rancor is about the only thing I can think of, so... Would Rancor win here? I just want to take a look at this board real quick. So Rancor the Vanguard, make it a 14-12 with Trample. Attack with everything. He can't attack with one of the Elf Warriors and a Land War Elves. So 3, 4, 5, 6... 5. No, I don't die to Rancor here. So don't even lose to Rancor, and that means I win. Because he still can't target my spirit. Even with Mom. You have that protection from green before combat, so he can't block with green creatures, only block with Bite Soil, but it's trample. So, good game. Checking my sideboard. I pull this Roots in, especially since I'm on the draw. I want a little more interaction, a little less of a insanely fast game. Yeah, those are my double Vanguards in the sideboard. Going on to this game, kept a 6 with Rugged Highlands and a Bloodbraid Elf. Pretty decent hand. All of Omen Scry on top is great. Wall, draw, go. It's been a long time since I played with Cascade, so I make a mistake later on this game, but that's okay. Yeah, I have 2 Mace Enchantress, in case I didn't mention that. Plus that Arcodian Enchantress. So this is about the best you're going to get with an Enchantress deck, minus the fact that I didn't get any pacifisms. But I did get shit like Rancor, so... You know. Vanguard plus Huntmaster. His deck is basically online. I don't know why he does that. Bloodbraid, easy slam. Argothian Enchantress, happy to have it. 2 Enchantresses on board. Thinking about attacking with a 3-2, but it's better holding off the 3-3. I have 2 Enchantresses out, so I just want to start making use of card advantage and going for a long game, especially since that's how I won game 1. I didn't actually see any Shamans of the pack, so right now inevitability does seem on my side by a lot. I just have to survive again. Rancor is a divination, plus a good effect, which is nice. Should have stagged my Wall of Omens, but I stacked the Bloodbraid Elf because I mistake the Cascade. I played Alara Limited, but that was a long time ago. It's not like flickering Cascade cards has really come up in the past century, so... Or basically ever, actually. I think it's right to play Rancor on the Wall of Omens. Okay, I should stag Wall of Omens here. Or, sorry, Rancor on the Bloodbraid Elf. But I stag the Bloodbraid Elf because I'm an idiot, so... Here we go. A Rancor on the stag, which is not terrible. 5-3 Vigilance with Trample is solid. Okay, so we're gonna skip this embarrassment. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. So my opponent's turn here, again, kind of sitting on double Enchantress, just want to stall. You play Shaman. Yeah, that's a big deal. I didn't realize he already put the Elf token into play. So it is only 8, but you know, 8 damage, that's a lot of damage. He plays another Shaman, I'm just dead. Who knew? Okay, this hand, Abundant Growth to draw. It's a little slow, but I have some interaction. But it's probably not a keep, because I just get rolled over by this deck. He has double Shaman for Vanguards, a Selena, and a lot of Mana Dorks. I do draw a 2-drop, which is about the best I can hope for at this point. It's time for Vanguard. Just want to gain a life. So in my head I'm thinking, my opponent has 2 Shaman in the pack. I'm not actually winning this long game with 4 Vanguards and 2 Shaman in the pack, and the Selena Huntmaster. So my perspective on this game kind of shifts. And you'll see that in the way I play. I shift more towards the I can't let him draw too many cards, which might be a mistake, but this hand doesn't really have inevitability. It doesn't have a Hondo, it doesn't have an Enchantress. You have 3 Enchantresses, but kind of thinking to myself, the best plan I have right now is get some damage in, so I could potentially win the game a turn earlier later on. It might be a mistake, but again, I've lost a little bit of hope about having inevitability with this deck. Especially since my interaction doesn't actually interact with Shaman of the Pack. Also, if he wants to get into a racing situation, I can Brutes a Vanguard and keep going in. Or just play an Honor Guard as a big beefy blocker. Opponent thinking a little bit here. Plays a Blight Soil Druid. Plays a Heritage Druid. Oh boy. Oh boy. Archer. If he had another 2-mana elf, he could have played it if he tapped his Vanguard, but he instead goes for the 4 damage here, which is not bad. My Honor Guard no longer can block the Vanguard, so I have to Roots it. Thinking about whether I want to trade the Archer for a War Priest. I'm kind of on the my opponent has nothing in hand out, so this is a good attack because if he has nothing in hand, I need to kill him quickly. Maybe not. Maybe I should sit back. But it's preventing 3 damage to get in 4, or preventing 5 damage to get in 4, which might actually be good at this point in the game because he's on 2 cards in hand. And I think I'm winning a racing situation with that Vanguard offline, with Roots and Honor Guard in hand. It's pretty close. You can play this game a couple different ways. He attacks me for 5, and I immediately think to myself he has a Shaman of the Pack in his hand. Down to 2 cards, it's just like insanely likely if he attacks like that. So he does have a Shaman, and I'm just thinking, wow, he probably has the second Shaman, so I'm probably just dead. Mother of Runes is a glimmer of hope in my stuck on 4 mana nothingness, so I'm just going to cast an Honor Guard here to protect my mom as soon as she's played, and hopefully go for Roots plus Mother next turn. But I do lose to a lot of things here, one of them being Shaman of the Pack. So I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he just kills me here. No. Well, it's pretty clear he's going to win this game. My best interaction was a Roots on a Vanguard, which was great, but it just wasn't even close to enough. Without any pacifisms, this deck is just not good. Can't really beat this deck or a lot of other aggro decks. No, it can actually beat a lot of other aggro decks. It can't beat this deck because it has Shaman. And 4 Vanguards. So, that's the thing. Speaking of, hoping for a land here, hit a tap land, gain a life, play a Roots on a Shaman of the Pack? Is that the best play? Yeah, I think it is. Uses my mana. Oh, I guess I used Roots on the Vanguard. I guess it's hopeful. It's like, maybe I can stall this game out. Yeah, Roots would be totally a terrible card if it didn't tap it. It's not great because it's just very slow, but it's still fine in an Enchantress deck. Selena Huntmaster. That's basically the writing on the wall. Like, I was on him having nothing for the next few turns, and me hitting a land drop, which I did at the wrong time, so I think this is a pretty easy concession. We're not going to watch the rest of this game. We all know how this board state plays out. I don't have a Wrath, so there you go. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this showed off a bit of the power level of Elves, as well as the power level of Enchantress. Enchantress is a deck I still quite like. I did get a really, really good Enchantress deck here with Rancor, Mother of Runes, Coalition Honor Guards. Um, the Easy Splash for the Shardless Agent and the Bloodbraid Elf, two Mesa Enchantresses, Argothian Enchantress, and a Mask. So, besides the fact that my interaction kind of sucks, which I think a lot of the times it will, I don't think I actually passed a pacifism in the draft. Um, so, there's just no chance I had it making this deck any better than it was. But it was good. But my opinion of Enchantress went down after this match, specifically because of the interaction you have. And that's kind of a big deal in a format with more aggressive decks than Elves, and Elves as well, obviously. So I hope you guys enjoy watching, and you have a great, great day.